Hello everyone, and welcome back to World of Warships Blitz with Terry. And it's not just me today, because one thing that I really haven't done last year, and like I mentioned in the New Year's update, I was trying to catch up with all the reviews and actually get to a point where I feel like I've covered what I wanted to cover. So I've put the viewer-submitted battles a bit on the back burner. And now I'm going to slowly start catching up on these again. I do have an awful lot of them, so I'll go through and find some good stuff. So some of these are pretty old games still. So if you see like old style, relish the nostalgia, if I may say so. Anyway, this is Flying Fish 1 in the Harugumo. Unfortunately, we don't get a battle opening screen, so we're just going to I'll have to wing it, but the Harugumo obviously being the pinnacle of the Japanese gunboat line. So let's see what they're doing. First things first, there is a Fletcher. So immediately starting to open up at that thing. The map is one of those maps that can get a little interesting. So ideally, his team should have been capturing C. So it's quite fascinating that they don't have it yet, but he's doing what he can about it. The enemy team is very aggressively holding 3 caps here. So they are, the points are ticking, and that is a very brave Shimakaze, who just got himself taken out by a keyring. So that was a very brave Shimakaze, which now means that C cap is free and back in friendly hands as it should be. So there's yet another Shimakaze still firing the armor piercing, and these are 100mm guns. The 100mm AP isn't doing a great amount of damage at this range. I personally probably would have been using the high explosive, but it gets the job done. So it got shot at here briefly, so smokes up, and now run out of things to shoot at. This always happens to me. There's a Neptune. Oh, I might as well shoot at that thing. I smoke up and it turns out I was the one spotting things, and suddenly I don't have anything to shoot at anymore. And look at the sheer amount of death and destruction raining down. There goes the high explosive, and now we've got a battleship to fire at. So that Montana over there looks like a good candidate for being the recipient of the Daka. So there she goes. There comes some torpedoes passing by. Not sure if that was one of the Shimas earlier, or there's also a Fletcher down there. But look at the look at the sheer amount of. And he's not even salvo firing. He's just holding down the fire button. Because honestly, your fingers get tired if you don't do that. You know. Look at the sheer amount of death and destruction raining down on that poor Monty. And yes, it's an American battleship. Yes, it has good fire and flooding resistance. Yes, it is on triple permafire. So why not switch fire to the Yamato and just repeat the process? Now he is smoking up here. I'm not quite sure why, because no one's shooting at him. But okay. It's just glorious to see this. I mean. Not to be on the receiving end of it, obviously, but it really these are not multi-role ships. But when they work, and the enemy team allows you to do that sort of thing, you know, just sit there and effectively, being a non-citadelable Smolensk. I mean, look at the amount of fire coming down there. There are some Yama shots coming in, but they're not even aimed this way. Now these things do have torpedoes, and they have torpedo reloads, so they're not completely useless. And these are long-range torpedoes, so it dunks some torpedoes in the general direction. I think the Montana has succumbed to some enemy fire, and there's a broadsiding Republic out there. And there is a sneaky destroyer coming in from behind, going in for decap, so we have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, look at the sheer amount of fire raining now. I love the Japanese gunboat line, starting with the Akizuki. I haven't played the other ones that have been a little buffed, but Akizuki is the first gunboat, and the Aki is great. There comes the big caliber, and now it's just once again the turn of the Yamato. I think the torpedoes have either run out, or no, someone else has sunk the Republic, and the Yamato isn't even bothering anymore. I mean, they are still ahead on points, so I'm not sure why he's not Dameconing. Not that it would do him any good, though. Oh, yeah, there's the Shima. And these were some Shima torps here going into the smoke screen. And I'm not sure why he's spotted. Probably proxy spotted by the Shima. No, going in and out. So torps out against the Shima. And now got lucky there not to be Shima'd. But yeah, the Shima is way too close. And yeah, the amount of armor piercing that these things can dish out at close range. And the Shima is out of torpedoes. So that's a dead Shima. And there he goes. Yeah, dead Shima. Which only leaves one more destroyer. And I think it was the Neptune. That was some Neptune torps coming around the other side. So you can't sit still all the time. You do have to watch out what you're doing. Okay. One thing that we've they only hold one cap. And they're still behind on points. But if they can kill that Neptune... and there's the Fletcher, and the Fletcher's on super low hit points as well. So you can get the Fletcher from here, and that should be the end of the Fletcher. Yep, nicely done. Now it's just a matter of killing the Neptune. And that brings them ahead on points finally. And as long as they don't lose anything to that Neptune, because the enemy team is still getting more points income, and that Georgia is on full health, and there's no way the Neptune is going to kill that thing. And not with the amount of hit points that he's got remaining, and now he's obviously coming under fire from the Dakar. So this was surprisingly close, 708, but yeah, that's a dead Neptune. So doink, 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 and that goes. Can he snatch the kill? Can he snatch the kill? Come on, machine gun. There he goes, dead Neptune, 4th kill. And that was like 120 odd thousand points of damage, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Once we get past the battle results screen. There we go, 122,000 points. Witherer, obviously, high caliber, 4 kills, and well-deserved MVP on that. So, yeah, thank you for sending that one in a long time ago. I know, it's been a long time, but... when the enemy team lets you do this in one of these ships, they are absolutely glorious. So I'm personally excited to get to the Kitakaze and to the Harugumo and just do this sort of Dakar against enemy ships. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.